Yes, hello, Carla Choko over here. Um, this is one of the craziest videos I'm probably doing in a while. Well, I'm gonna probably be doing a lot of crazy videos after this one, and you'll get to journey with me. But I have some news to share from the Choko Land to the world. Jazz hands. So, I don't even know how to start because it took me a while and I'm still kind of like, is it true? Is it really happening? So it all started probably like a while ago, maybe a couple of months ago. I was about to teach at the studio, and one of the days I was feeling really sick. I was like, okay, maybe I ate something that it wasn't good. And I was like, I feel like I want to throw up, but it's okay. I had to teach. So I was like, okay, focus. 5, 6, 7, 8. You gotta move on, fake it till you make it, and smile through the class. And I did it. And then the day after, I was totally normal. So I was like, oh, that was weird. Maybe something I ate. And then after that, another thing that happened also that was kind of, well, in general, I was feeling like a little lazy. But sometimes I get lazy and I just want to like chill. I'm a very like homebody person. Like I want to just chill with Papi Chulo and my cats and like cuddle and like watch documentaries and like eat grapes, you know, or like suntan like a lizard. That's like kind of like my go-to hobbies. And one of the things that I remember, and it kind of like stuck in my head, but I was like, nah. For the insanity, and this is probably too much information, so for the insanity, which was June 24th, if I can remember that. I remember I was like, oh, I think I got my period. And then I was like, oh, I don't like it when I get my period in the insanity because you have to do like tricks and flips and you're like worried about everything that's going on. And my boobs were like just huge. And I was like, yeah, definitely my period. And I like, way too much information, but like I put a tampon on and everything was good. But then when I took it off, it was kind of like, click, barely anything. I was like, that was like the weirdest period I've ever had. And I was like, it's okay, whatever, you know. I've been irregular all my life. Like I got my period very late in life, like when I was, I think, 17, 18, I don't know, late for life. And but I was always super irregular. Like I would have it like a month, and then 3 months nothing would happen, and then I would have it in another month randomly, and they were always short. Like I would have like 4 day period and like 5, 6 days, like super like no cramps, no pain, no suffering. Like I have very close dear friends. I'm not gonna mention names, but you know who I'm talking about. That they'll be like crying in bed and like, oh my God, I'm dying, I hate my period, why is this happening to me? And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's super chill, you're in, out, nothing even happens. And so I was like, oh, could be one of those weird ones, whatever. And I moved on with my life, living, doing everything. Like we did video shoots, we did photo shoots, we were just living large. We did the boat ride cruise. And then I don't even think I got like seasick on the boat ride. So I was like, nothing's happening. But I didn't get my period after like for another while. And I was like, that's really suspicious. And my boobs kept getting bigger. Like a part of me had a feeling that I had to like triple check what was going on. But I'm a hippie. I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's your period's coming. You just chill. And then I think I mentioned it to probably my mom or someone. I don't remember. She was like, you should get a pregnancy test. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Not even. And I like didn't do anything. I was like, no, which pregnancy test? I've like, hello, I have shows to do, shines to do, classes to teach. Like I'm like, I live on the moment for whoever of you know me. Like I'm always on the moment. Like even if you ask me like, oh, what that show that's coming up next week, I'm like, I'm gonna like organize it probably 2 days before, because I don't really like to like. There's no point of me stressing about it or overthinking about it. If it's in 2 weeks, I'll think about it 2 days before, run it, whatever I need to do to get ready. Okay, outfit check, performance check, partner check, venue. I literally like check the day of the show. I'll be like, let me just make sure. I will take some hours in advance to make sure I make it, but like I'll just be like, okay, that day, okay, I'm gonna make it perfect, like on the moment. So I didn't do anything about that, but then I was feeling like, kind of like wondering in my, like that little voice back here. I was like, should I do a pregnancy test? I think Joshko went to Miami for something, I don't even know. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll do it just for fun. And I go to the pharmacy, I buy a pregnancy test, super, like the cheapest one. I'm like, they're all probably the same. But I got a pack that is 3. I'm like, well, one is for whatever, one is for sure, and then the third one is for like mega sure. And then I get home and I pee on a stick, right? You know how it goes. Literally, I haven't even like finished peeing on the stick, and like the thing goes like positive right away. And I was like, duh. I was like, I think maybe I ate too many asparagus. Maybe I think this vegan vegetable diet is like showing on my, and then, nowadays you have Google and internet. So I was like Googling and like, okay, like how the pregnancy tests work. And they were saying like, oh, sometimes it could be like, if you have some kind of like thing going on down there, it could show like if you're positive, but just triple check. And if you something else, like other options, like it could be this, it could be that. Like it's not always 99% that it's like 100% you're pregnant. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll do another one tomorrow. Maybe I'll drink less water, I'll drink more water. I was just trying to see what would happen. And so the next day, I was like, okay, let's do it. I have 2 more in the box. I grab the second one. I go, I pee on it, literally right away, positive. And I'm like, okay, universe, I think this is a sign. And Josh goes in Miami. I haven't said anything. I didn't even mention I bought the pregnancy test or anything because I was like, nah. And so I am very good at keeping other people's secrets, but me and Josh we don't keep any secrets. So I'm like trying not to say anything, and I'm just like, oh, it's so hard. So right away I'm like, oh, guess what? And he's like, what? And then I'm like, well, I bought this pregnancy test. And he's, what? What happened? And I'm like, well, I think they both say positive, but I still have one more. And he's like, Carla, I don't think you need to do one more. Like if two of them say positive, I think you're probably pregnant. And I'm like, but we keep using the word, I think you're probably pregnant. It's like all of this kind of, but not really. So I was like, yeah, kind of maybe, okay, well, we'll see. And then I think by the time he came back, and then we were like, okay, let's make an appointment and see what's going on. So long story short, we made an appointment to some like woman clinic, because I don't know, we go there, you pee in a little cup. I don't even think they checked my pee. They took me right away into like the ultrasound machine. And I get this lady with literally like zero facial expression, like, and she's like, they put that gel on your belly and that machine, and she's looking at the screen, so I cannot even see the screen. The screen is facing her, so I can see her, but her face is like, and I'm like, what does that mean? Do you see something? Do you see anything? What's happening in there? And Yoshko was outside waiting, and she goes, so do you want me to call your partner? And I'm like, do you want to tell me something first? I'm like, is there a baby there? Like, why are we calling him for? And she's like, yes, there's a baby. And I'm like, call my partner right now. And then Yoshko comes in. He's like, okay. Yoshko's like, they turn the screen to me. Joshka's right here. We're looking at the screen, and literally you see a peanut, like a little, like one of like this figure eight, well, kind of like peanut shaped figure eight situation, like two little balls attached together, and so she's like, I guess pushing it around to like move it a little bit, and then out of nowhere, like the baby like looks over, and she's like, oh, she's just looking at you, and I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? And like he starts like, he or she, I really don't know, but I keep calling it he. Could be a she, I don't know, no offense. Literally like it just starts going like moving a little bit, and then it goes like this. And I'm like, oh my God, vegan nation. He's a vegan baby. I was like, me and Joshua were laughing like crazy. I was like, dude, he was just like this right now. Like, that's totally looks familiar to me. And then this lady, I'm like, okay, can you tell us more? Like, she's like, no, you're gonna talk to the doctor. She'll tell you more details. I'm like, okay, thank you for everything. She was nice. And then, okay, bye, we left. Joshua went to get the bike, like the motorcycle, because then we had to go. And then I went to talk to the doctor, and I go to the doctor. And this is like 2 weeks ago. So, 2 weeks ago, I find out that I'm 10 weeks pregnant. 10 weeks. That's a lot of weeks. And she's like, well, you're already 10 weeks pregnant, like pretty much in 2 weeks, which is like now, done with your first trimester, like pregnancy dialect, whatever that means. So like first trimester is gone, like now. And I found out 2 weeks ago. So I was literally doing the sanity lifts and tricks. I did a video shoot with Ron. I was doing photo shoot with the Elastic Vegans. I was performing with the Elastic Vegans. We were just full out. And little baby, Choko Rad, Choko and Radnich, is in there living life with us. So yeah, so now I'm like 12 weeks, which means it's the end of the first trimester, and which means I am so very lucky, because as I found out, I started to watch videos and trying to get informed, and I saw these scary videos of like, oh my God, I was throwing up every day, I couldn't eat anything, blah blah blah, and I'm like, dude, I got sick like maybe once. I'm not even sick, like I just like, ugh, don't feel good. Didn't get like any other issues at all. Like I didn't even feel pregnant, believe pregnant, like nothing. And I'm just so lucky, like no pains, like literally nothing has been happening, which thank you, universe, Lord, everybody, all my angels. And it's been like already 3 months. Can you even believe it? I was, at some point I was thinking like, vegan diet, because I'm vegan for like, I think now 2.5, 3 years. I'm bad with dates, I don't remember. But I've been vegan now for a while. So I'm like, well, usually I'm on the very slim, keeping it together. But then I was like, why am I so bloated? And I'm eating exactly the same as all the time. Like, I'm like, this vegan diet has me bloated, what's happening? And literally I was getting more bloated, and I was like, and then one of my best friends is like, well, no, actually all the girls, all the Elastic Vegans in general, they're all like in the insanity diet, because we gotta like look very on point for the insanity. And I'm not like in the insanity diet, but my diet is pretty much at this point, the more I know and the older I get, like it gets healthier. So I'm like, how are they like getting like 6 packs and like super skinny, and I'm like still swollen? What's happening? And what was happening was, and it's okay, now it's no going back. So boobs are getting bigger by the second. I am super excited, super happy. Still kind of like, I think today now is the first time that now I feel like it's true. Like even when I found out at 10 weeks, like those 2 weeks between then and now, I was like, no. And I would ask, like, I only like 2-3 people know. Like my mom kind of knew. And then I asked like some other girl that just had her baby. and then some other vegan girls that are pregnant or like just had babies. So I was just kind of like trying to reach out and be like, what do you know about pregnancy in general? Because I don't know nothing. And yeah, so like now is the first time that I kind of believe it. Yes, I believe it, I guess. I see the swollenness because I feel like I want to see to believe, but I guess it's in there. I can feel the little bump, and then the boobs are just like I'm like, okay, live your life, express yourself. So that's what's happening right now. What's the next step? The next step, I guess, is the second trimester, which I am going to Croatia, and we will have another update from Croatia once I'm with my honey bunny. And yeah, super excited to have a vegan baby, veganation, and really, really happy, super, super happy. I want to know for sure the sex. That's like the next, I guess, step. I really want to know the sex of the baby. So I can start shopping. Not that I'm gonna do a lot of shopping right away, but like I wanna, you gotta visualize what are we going for. And yes, I am happy to share with you. And if you are seeing this, it's probably because you're someone that matters to me and I matter to you, hopefully. And I am so happy because not only is gonna be a vegan baby, but it's gonna be a soul dance center baby. Can you see the sun? It's like a crown. I feel like so royal. It's gonna be a soul dance center baby. Like literally, it's gonna have to teach classes all the way until labor, and it's gonna have to teach classes right after labor, and get ready for the insanity. And it's gonna have to do performances. Like I have another one booked. Don't tell anybody. I gotta do some lifts and tricks in like next week on Wednesday. And right now, I'm not gonna post this video until way after, but I'll just, like, you'll know what day is today, so it all makes sense. I'm just not gonna post anything until after my second checkup. So, what else? I will keep you posted. It's gonna be all of you, soul members, soul family members, aunts, uncles, soul sisters, soulmates, soul shines, veganation girlfriends, vegans of the world. We got one more on the way. Yes, so excited. So I'll keep you posted. Peace and love from the Choko Land and the Choko Rad and the Soul Dance Center family. And I will see you soon. And you will see me get very fluffy, so don't judge. I love you all. And I'll see you soon.